Petersburg, Russia. Hello from the center of St. Petersburg. This is Ligovsky Prospect and Nevsky Prospect. And here goes the street concerts. Even though today it's a gloomy day, look, it's a really gloomy day, but it's over 10 degrees Celsius. It's over 10 degrees Celsius, and it's pretty warm. And the main thing, it's not raining. Yep. So a great weekend. My name is Sergey Baklykov. This is Baklykov Live, beginning my awesome stream here. Hello Marsha, hello Paul Hawkins, Big Sky 2, Marco K, Lily Pop, Dropex. Hi guys. So this is the last Saturday of spring 2026, almost the last day of the spring, pre-last day if I can say so. I hope you can hear me well. Can you hear me well? Hello Robson, hi to Brazil, hello Thomas Semik. So the time is 8:07, almost 8:08. And I began my awesome stream. Yeah, last weekend it was crazy. Almost 30 degrees Celsius in St. Petersburg, but this week it's chilly. Actually, last week I was in a trip. I went to Moscow, Nizhny Novgorod, Kazan, Samara, and every day was 30 degrees Celsius. That was crazy. But now it's chilly, only plus 10 degrees Celsius. Hello Adam Skin, hi to Sweden. Hello Larry Yante. Perfect. It's perfect. By the way, this week St. Petersburg celebrated its birthday on the 27th of May. It was 323rd anniversary of St. Petersburg. 27th of May 1703, that's officially the day of the foundation of St. Petersburg. Hello Carlos, hello Buddy Halassa. Even though the birthday of St. Petersburg was on the 27th of May, however, the main celebrations were yesterday, like that annual concert, classics on the Palace Square and the fireworks. And the metro last night was working 24/7. Shoot, I can't stay. Miss you, Sergey, and all in the chats. I'm sorry to hear about this, but, well, if you need to go, that's understandable. We are supposed to get snow. Happy spring, Big Sky 2. Yeah, that's crazy. However, look, yesterday, last weekend, I had 4 days in a row when I had to walk under 30 degrees Celsius. And you know what? I can say that, well, sometimes such a chilly weather, like plus 10 degrees Celsius, it's better than plus 30. Mohammed Hashim, hello. Hello, Sergey. I wish you a happy weekend. Same to you. Alhamdulillah. Hello, Eva Yurison, Alex B. Castellon, hi to Panama. perfect. Perfect time. Hello, Melly 390. So, Saturday night, all the moves are beginning in St. Petersburg. As always, lots of people, hell of a lot of people on Nevsky. Hello, Portuguese short stories. Hi to Brazil. The corner of Nevsky Prospect and Mayakovskaya Street. Mayakovsky Street. The street names after Mayakovsky. Vladimir Mayakovsky. When are the White Nights, Sergey? The White Nights are actually already begun. They already begun. Atom Bomb 31458, hello. Hello and thank you for the super chats. Thank you, Atom. Yeah, we can say that, in fact, the White Nights are already begun. However, when it's cloudy like this, the White Nights are not as white as they could be. Well, I'm planning to make the stream in one of the White Nights in the nearest time, when it will be a full scale, if I can say so, full scale, full-fledged White Nights, when it will be a great weather, a clear sky. So the White Nights, when the White Nights will be at its best. Well, the White Nights are at its best on the 21st of June, because that's when the shortest night, 21st, 22nd of June, and after that the days are getting shorter. Marsha can't stay, but thank you, Sergey. Thank you too, thank you so much, Marsha. Have a great day, have a great weekend. Так, Лили Поп, последнее время вы как солнце в Санкт-Петербурге, как светите. Да, сейчас занят другими делами. Так, Les Gillards, hi Sergey and all the old regulars. When are you going to do a music drive? Les, thanks so much. Thanks so much. Well, I'm not sure about the drive streams, as I told you before, because I was making the drive streams, as you know, in order to contribute my road trips. But then I realized that actually almost nobody really gives a shit about the road trips, because like everybody knew that all those song requests are to support the road trips, but only a very small group of the most loyal people on my channel were supporting that. And so that's how I realized that almost nobody gives a shit. And it's like all the same people supporting that. And that was making me feel uncomfortable, when all the same and yet most loyal people making the requests, supporting the road trips. It's like me taking an advantage of them. So I don't know, but I think that maybe I will do that, but without the requests. Yeah, maybe in one of the White Nights. So as I told you yet a couple months ago now, Baklikov Live completely returned to what it used to belong to, just the live streams in St. Petersburg. Так, hello, Mr. Tong. Let's keep walking. Yeah, you see many people. I think most of people are in jackets and coats again. Chilly this weekend, but it was completely different last weekend. Last weekend I told you, it was crazy everywhere. I was in Moscow, in Nizhny Novgorod, in Kazan, in Samara, and everywhere it was plus 30 degrees Celsius, so it's like almost 90. Hello, Elizabeth Calderon. Hello, Harry. Radisson Selection Hotel. So I think I'm gonna wait for the next traffic lights. Yeah, I'm not gonna run because I don't like to sweat. Hello, Michael B. Hello, Squash Poodle. Владимир Ахрамеев, приветствую. Hello, Bad Ombre. "38 seconds until the next traffic light." Any plans for live stream in Moscow this summer? Yeah, maybe. This is something what I was thinking about a week ago when I was in Moscow, but I just hadn't time. For the stream. I was thinking that if I will have time, I will do the stream, but I hadn't. Hello, Portuguese short stories once again. Hello, classic strategist. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Not every Russian city is maybe as fancy as St. Petersburg, but every city in Russia is clean and neat. This is curious to see that for years, you guys still getting surprised about it. Yeah, probably for too long, for too much, they were telling you that Russia is a shithole. I'm sorry about that. Белозерский Palace. So Mohammed, this summer definitely I will coming back to Moscow yet, and if only I will have time for making the live stream, I will do that. All right, reaching the embankment of Moika River and Nevsky Prospect. Ambulance. Hello, Lynette Swanson. Anichkov Bridge. Yeah, Mohammed, you got me, you got me. Whoa. What an idiot. The thermal sculptures of Anichkov Bridge. Fontanka River. Sergey, how does this sound? Why don't you do St. Pete Drive for us who want to pay for music requests? Because we wanted, no road trip required. I think it's probably hard to respond to this quickly. How are you streaming? I heard that mobile internet was not working in St. Petersburg. Craig Rundles. You know what? It's really interesting. I mean, it's really interesting that in 90% of cases when somebody says, I've heard that about something in Russia, from the foreigner, from the Westerner in particular, in most cases that's bullshit. And that's what you guys hear not from Russian sources. You guys also heard that we run out of eggs 3 years ago. 2 years ago, they told you that we run out of sugar. A year ago, they told you we run out of butter. If you remember this winter, so many people were coming and saying that they heard we run out of gas. Now you say we run out of internet. Hello, Philip Gandhi. Hello, Roadster. Why don't you read the messages from us music lovers? It seemed a popular request. Look, the thing is, okay, if to try to respond this question short, the thing is, it's absolutely obvious that most of people here on this channel don't give a shit about drives and the road trips. And so this also makes me feel that this is something what I probably do wrong, because this channel initially started as the channel of live streams from St. Petersburg, and that's what it's belonged to. So that's why I returned this channel just to the live walks in St. Petersburg. I mean, just like a walking streams. I had enough of time to make sure that mostly nobody gives a shit about road trips. And I'm not gonna imposing that. So I just got the road trips out of Baklikov life, and I'm absolutely happy about it. Hello Daniel Klingenberg. Hello Tony Salva. Hello Kiss VH. All right, so we are getting closer to Yeliseyev's, Kupets Yeliseyev's food hall. Kupets, what means merchant? Merchant Yeliseyev's brothers. Hello Argia Gondoli. Still doing Russian propaganda? No, I'm just still enjoying my time in St. Petersburg while you are getting fed by the anti-Russian propaganda every day. What I do just can't be a propaganda, because all I do is just like turn on the camera and filming all around. Everything as it is in a real time, non-stop, no cuts, no edits. But just because you see something you see what you wouldn't want to see, you think this is a propaganda. It's like you wanted to see how everything is bad and miserable and stuff like that. And if you don't see this, so you think it's a propaganda. Hello Robbie. Hello Auntie Muro. Hello Racy. Nice to see a walking live in St. Petersburg. Yes, yes. Hello Johnny Rockberry. Hello Elvis Ibra. I don't like how good, normal and fine all is Russian propaganda must be. Hello Rory Holler. Hi Rory. Yeah, this is funny. From time to time people are telling me that I'm doing Russian propaganda when I just turning on and off my camera, and they now can't even say that I'm just showing only the best parts of Russia anymore, because on my channel over 140 the live streams from over 140 cities of Russia. Hello Sir Chu. Hi. Hello Georgina Divine. Hi to Pakistan, Kilish Raza. Thank you for joining. and underpass under Sadovaya Street, the Garden Street. Here they are selling the souvenirs, the mugs with Stalin, Putin, t-shirts, kokoshniks. You know, this is kokoshnik, matryoshka dolls. Hello, Jorge. Да, лилипоп. Лилипоп. Надо куда-нибудь поехать, найти какие-нибудь ебеня, оттуда стримить и говорить, что вот вся Россия такая. Вот тогда да. Тогда на руках будут носить. Примеров полно. Гостиный двор, the guest yards, the Russian National Library, Merchant Court, Гостиный двор. Hello, Becky Whitman. Another band, another street band is there. Photograph session. Hello, Stephen Wilkins. Right. They usually pretend that they want to know the real information, but even when they see just a non-stop, no cuts, no edits stream, where they see what they not expect to see, what they wish to see, they are, you know, making a self-deceiving. They self-deceive themselves. They are deceiving themselves and prefer to think that it's a propaganda. Hello, Ermey Mayakovsky. Your audio is great. Mr. Big Sky asked if you were in the club. Well, now I use DJI external microphone. Hello, Nick. Our clock tower. The corner of Nevsky and Mikhailovskaya streets. Mikhailovskaya. You see that? There's Mikhailovsky Palace, St. Michael's Palace. So Mikhailovsky means Michael's. So it's actually named after Saint Michael, Mikhailovsky. Hello, sport shorts. What music is most popular in Russia? Well, if just look at the numbers, Unfortunately, the most popular music now, technically rap, hip hop, and unfortunately not that old school rap, but that new school rap, where they mostly have that farting bass lines, hi-hats that goes on every 16th notes, and after-tune voice. So it's not even that awesome old school rap. And yes, I mean, here in Russia, well, here they are listening to a lot of that. Mostly those numbers are pumped because of the youth, because young people are the most active listeners. Saint Catherine Catholic Church. So the thing is, the youth is the most active listeners, especially in those streaming services. And they are listening to as foreign American rap, as the Russian rap. And these days, I mean, they have really a lot of that rap these days, because these days it's really easy to make, especially the rap music. I'm surprised. I thought maybe rock music. No, rock music was big like 10-15 years ago. In my generation, the generation of millennials. I'm a millennial, born in 1984, and back then also was pretty popular, even like, you know, house music, trance music. But if talk about like a really mainstream music, that, yeah, rock music, and also pop music. Do you like Depeche Mode? Yeah, as a millennial, I definitely love Depeche Mode. All that synth pop, I love it. It's Saint Catherine Church near. Yeah, I think you're having fun. All right. Another corner, the corner of the embankments of Griboyedov Canal, Church of the Savior on Spilled Blood.
Катер стоит на посадке, проходите, занимайте места.
Kazansky Cathedral, or Kazan Cathedral, our main Orthodox Christian cathedral. Hi, Dragi Sokol. Alisa K. Я сейчас никакой не использую. Здесь, если использовать там такси, банковские приложения, то это ничего не нужно. Hello, Kelly Song. Kelly Song, I was waiting over on your other live stream, on my other live stream. Damn it. Damn it. Oh yeah, I'm not sure how it happens. But I have started another stream. It even says 16th of May. Yeah, so sorry. I'm not sure how does that happens. Yeah, what a bummer. The house of Zinger, the house of the book. Yeah, Kellis, I now see that. I see that somehow I started a wrong stream. Yes, somehow started the stream, which is not, I just created, but started the stream, which I started from the beginning. Probably I was misled with the title in my broadcasting application. It was like Saturday night stream. Okay, I saw like Saturday night stream. Okay, and somehow I didn't pay an attention that it's actually a wrong stream. Лилипоп, без VPN идет стрим, потому что RTMP протоколы не блокируются. Another band. Meanwhile, look here, the open air bookstore started to work on Nevsky. Yeah, in the summertime, this bookstore called Book LA works. Usually works until October, like from the middle of May until the beginning of October. I see everyone wearing jackets. Does it ever get warm there? Yeah, last week it was almost 30 degrees Celsius.
Вы снимешь меня, да?
Here is also the stage where often they have different concerts and how to say, meetups, workshops. Лилипоп, стримы идут через протокол не HTTP, а RTMP. Посмотри, что такое протокол RTMP. И всегда прописывается адрес RTMP, двоеточие, 2 слэша, и потом сервер. Whoa, what a change of weather. Well, plus 10 degrees Celsius. Not a big deal. John Alexander, I thought YouTube wasn't working in Russia. Yeah, not sure why you thought so. Well, anyway, sorry. Sorry, your thoughts actually not follow the reality. Now, Wave Rider. Well, last week here was a first heat wave in Russia because last week I was in Moscow, then I went to Nizhny Novgorod, then to Kazan, then to Samara, and then I returned to St. Petersburg, and everywhere it was plus 30 degrees Celsius. Well, in St. Petersburg it was plus 23, but Moscow, oh damn it, what a heat it was. Moscow, Nizhny Novgorod, Kazan, Samara. Yeah, that trip is definitely exhausted me. Hello, G. Michael Elkins. Hi, Sergey. Glad to be back with you. For some reason, the algorithm has not been serving your videos to me lately. D. Michael Elkins. Well, Michael, the thing is, recently I wasn't streaming much. This is my first stream for the last 2 weeks. Hello, John Machi. So it's not that YouTube has not been serving my videos to you, but it's just me was not making the streams. Now I'm trying to make at least one stream in a week here, but let's say last week I was in Moscow, Nizhny Novgorod, Kazan, Samara. Hello, Saiful Jamil. Stroganov Palace. Roadster. Well, I think that Victoria better to start her own channel for the live streams, for the house music streams. Moika River.
Канал города приглашен на подводные экскурсии.
Are you guys really wearing jackets? Yes. Today it's chilly. Today it's chilly. I already said it 5 times today that last week it was almost 30 degrees Celsius. But now it seems like a cyclone, cold cyclone. After all, it's still spring. It's almost the last day of spring, but it's still spring. It's almost June. Yeah, it's almost June, but it's almost 60s parallel. Do you know geography? Do you know geography? We are pretty much in the north. All right, now I gotta go to Palace Square, where yesterday was a big concert, classics on Palace Square. The other years, I was taking you for that concert. This year it's not worked, but the other years I was taking you, and you might remember what it is. All right. I think that they still never dismantled the stage. Here is the gallery. I already was showing you this. And it's called Thankful Europe. Thankful Europe. This is how Europe is thankful to Russia for the liberation after World War II. I mean, in World War II. Hi to Norway. Hello, Lily Wims Viking. Yeah, you see, the stage is still there. A big stage. Because there were many people dancing in the costumes of 18th, 19th centuries, many singers, back vocalists, also the screens, big LED screens. So yeah, it takes time. Hello, Sorrento sub. It takes time to dismantle the stage. Palace Square, Winter Palace, the Hermitage. Alexander column. This column is in memory of Emperor Alexander I and the victory in the Patriotic War of 1812, which is in the world history more known as French invasion of Russia, the invasion of Russia by Napoleon. Red Pile, hey there, Sergey. Are we doing some of those 2 4-hour Saturday night walk streams this summer? No, this summer, no. Hello, Niksha. I would love to watch inside of this castle. Well, this is not castle, this is palace. And you can watch it on my channel. I was making several videos there, several streams. It's Hermitage. It's in fact the largest arts museum in the world. So there are no spring but summer. No, here is the spring. It's a spring. The summer here officially begins after tomorrow on the 1st of June. Hello, Next Gen View TV. Hello, Random White Guy. Sergei is Hashik, the greatest goalie. Well, as the Russian, of course, I will say that the best one is Tretyak, Vladislav Tretyak, or should I say Tretyak? Tretyak. 2 years already. Thanks for the exceptional live stream, Sergei. We enjoy and appreciate all you do. Thank you so much. Yeah, two years of being members. Thank you so much. I appreciate it pretty much. This is one of the wings of the building of the Admiralty. A huge building of the Admiralty. Hello, Dave J. Hello, R.A. Scott. Lilia Krapiva. This palace is bigger than the Norwegian castle. No wonder, because it used to be the main palace of the Russian royal family. It was built in 1750s, and from the very beginning it started to be as the palace for the imperial Russian family of Romanovs, starting from Empress Elizabeth, and continuing with Catherine the Great, Catherine II, who also started storing the collections of the items of arts, pictures, jewelry, sculptures, and stuff like that. And little by little, it has grown up. It has grown up into the largest art museum, even larger than Louvre, France. Okay, I now reached the Palace Bridge, Palace embankments. Everything is Palace something here, because next to the Winter Palace, this is Palace Passage or Palace Drive. There is Palace Embankment. This is Palace Bridge. Because all next to the palace. Hello, powerful I-8. Horse riders.
Я вот прямо подумал.
Yeah, Palace Bridge, a drawbridge, of course. Drawbridge. The famous ferry with lions. Hello, Judy Butterfield. Look, actually some new boats. I mean, at least new for St. Petersburg. I haven't seen these ones before. So, Neva River, the largest river in St. Petersburg. The river which is connecting the Gulf of Finland, which is a part of Baltic Sea, with Lake Ladoga, the largest lake in the European part of Russia, Lake Ladoga. Yeah, in the eastern part of Russia, the largest is Baikal, Peter the Great. Here he depicted as a carpenter because he knew everything about shipbuilding, and sometimes even himself worked as the shipbuilder. He was coming to, here was, now where it's the buildings, here was the shipbuilding plant, and they were lifting the ships, new ships, right on the water here in Neva River. And often Peter the Great was coming himself and just worked as a regular worker, as just a carpenter. Judy Butterfield, thanks so much. So this is already called Admiralty Embankment, because you see goes along Admiralty, and a former shipbuilding plant. Yes, yes, St. Petersburg is pretty flat. And it used to be, here used to be the swamps. Especially the center of St. Petersburg is all absolutely flat. Absolutely flat. And I got used to walk the flat land of St. Petersburg. And so now when I go to the other cities, which are pretty hilly, I immediately can feel that. For example, Nizhny Novgorod is absolutely great city, but it's so hilly, so many hills. And I can immediately feel that. because when you are getting used to walk a flatland, you immediately can feel, even on a physical level, more hilly land. Hello, Anthony Gardner. Damian, hello. Hello, Hope Journal. All right. And now I'm about to reach St. Isaac's Cathedral. This is a former building of the Senate, or should I say Senate? Senate. Now there is the Court of Constitution of Russia, and this is St. Isaac's Cathedral. If the weather now would be warmer, here now would be lots and lots of people just chilling on this lawn. And that's the most known, the most famous monument to Peter the Great, Emperor Peter the Great. Bronze horseman. It's a gift from Empress Catherine II to Peter the Great, Peter the First. Here it's even written to Peter the Great from Catherine the Great. Yeah, Catherine also have known as the Great. And they both were great. How many degrees do you have in Celsius? Today it's only 10 degrees Celsius. Yeah, last week it was already absolutely t-shirt weather. Hello, Patrick Mullen. Hello, Porfios Ramos. Эдгар, здорово. Все в порядке. Сам как? Да, а я заканчиваю уже. Hello, Арнелла Замутти. Эдгар, пока нет. This is the Alexander Garden. The garden along the Admiralty called Alexander Garden. What time of the year is the best time to travel to St. Petersburg if you want like 2025? June, July, August, even September, still will be warm. I think already in a few days it will be over 20 degrees Celsius again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, thank you for watching today. Hope you enjoyed this Saturday night. St. Isaac's Cathedral is a great place to finish the stream. Everybody, enjoy your Saturday nights, or just Saturday morning. For some of you, it's still morning. So anyway, enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your weekends, and see you. My name is Sergey Baklikov. This is Baklikov Live.